Welcome to the morning news. I'm your news anchor, Joey Mabanag, and I'm here to discuss the top stories of what is occurring in today's times on your exclusive news channel, The Interview. Now ask those watching, how would you feel when told that you are potentially unknowingly putting yourself in danger as well as the people around you every day when you go behind the wheel? What's actually putting yourself in danger and the people around you is the controversial topic of fatigueness and being fatigued while driving. Many Australians in today's times does not know how being fatigued for long durations can actually affect one's body and mind as if they were on alcohol. Similar symptoms of being on alcohol can be shown in those having no sleep for at least 18 hours that can have an equivalent BAC level of 0.05%, and people having no sleep for up to 24 hours can have an equivalent BAC level of 0.1%. Given the seriousness of fatigueness and driving while being fatigued around the States, and to raise awareness, I bring to you our investigative reporter Gabrielle De Leon interviewing one of the targeted markets for this awareness campaign.
Hi, good morning. This is Gabby and I have Evelyn here on the line. How are you today?
Hi Gabby, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
That's great to hear. Let's just hop straight into it and start off by giving us a little introduction about yourself.
So I'm a 36-year-old stay-at-home mom with 2 kids who are 7 and 9 while my husband goes to work.
I'm sure it can be stressful at times, especially through COVID. What is your lifestyle like with 2 kids? And take us through your day-to-day routine.
Yeah, so it is definitely sometimes a struggle with 2 kids for a stay-at-home mom. I usually start the day off by cleaning the house. I make breakfast and the kids' lunches, and I drive them to school. However, since COVID hit, I have just gained another role of being a teacher to my kids, which led me to being more stressed and tired.
So, do you have a lot of leisure time to yourself?
I rarely have time to myself as I'm usually running errands and driving my kids to their after-school activities.
So tell me, when you do get leisure time to yourself, what type of social media platforms do you most often use?
Honestly, I don't use social media as much. I usually just watch whatever's on the TV. The only social media platform you can probably find me on is Facebook.
So just to recap here, we had an insight to your daily life and routine. What are your fears when driving, as you've stated before that you have been feeling overwhelmed lately?
Yeah, most of my days consist of constant tasks that I have to do that I find myself very fatigued, in which I'm scared that one day I'll hurt myself or family while driving on the road.
Do you know, given your age, you're actually one of the most common people to be in an accident caused by fatigue? Did you know that? We actually have more insight for you and all those around your age with the TAC specialist, Emre Guler.
Thanks, Gabrielle. Hey everyone, my name is Emre Gula. I'm your TAC specialist here to dive deep into the reasons why driving while drowsy is such a dangerous and deadly choice, especially amongst your age group. Firstly, I wanted to address the main areas and age groups, along with some of the statistics in which fatigue plays such a big role in fatal road accidents. Adults aged between 35 and 64 are the second most susceptible to fatal car crashes in all of Victoria, falling just behind the ages 70 and over. This, along with the fact that rural roads and urban Melbourne are leading in the Victorian road tolls with a whopping total of 137 on rural roads and 91 in urban Melbourne. These 2 issues clearly need to be addressed and dealt with in any manner possible, since these numbers are dangerously high and the majority of our workers in Victoria come to an average age of 37, which means most of the drivers on the road belong to this age demographic. Now with that out of the way, I wanted to address the elephant in the room, which is fatigue on the road and how deadly it really is. In Victoria, around 20% of the fatal road accidents are due to being fatigued, along with around 30% of single vehicle crashes around rural Victoria being a result of being fatigued. Figures like these are not ones to be pleased about, as they tie in with the age demographic we are focusing on, as well as we all know how tiring work fatigue can be, therefore can build up throughout the day and can have a significant impact while driving, which may be fatal. Our slogan for this campaign is, if you can't see the mistake, sleep. We use this line as our slogan as it perfectly describes the drivers and our target audience, what the most common symptom of fatigue on the road is, and at the same time offering the quickest, easiest and most efficient solution to this problem. We will be advertising this slogan on billboards across rural and urban Victoria in hopes that it will serve as a reminder for drivers that if they are feeling drowsy and run down, resulting in a limited awareness of hazards on the road, that they should quickly pull over and quickly take a 15-minute nap, as this is the only proven method in dealing with fatigue. We will also be advertising around all over social media, as we have found that around 77% of people aged between 30 and 49 and 51% of people aged between 50 and 65 use Facebook, along with 67% of people aged between 36 and 45 and 66% of people aged between 46 and 55 are using YouTube. Therefore, if we can reach out to them on these platforms, we may be able to grab the attention of the mass amount of people in these age groups that use these apps and educate them about these issues and really start to make a change. Back to you, Jovan.
Up next, will Dan Andrew continue this lockdown all the way to Christmas? We'll be back to you shortly after this break.